Hi traders, this is Forex Nelson and I'm back today with another 4 trades. Today's date is July the 28th. I took yesterday off as I only need about 2 days of trading per week using my trigger system. I'm here to announce today that I have a new trigger system. The one I've been using for quite some time was the magic trigger, as you can see here. And now I have the master trigger. Now you'll notice that all my trigger systems are somewhat similar, as we're buying blue and selling red. So it's not necessarily the trigger system, it's within the training videos. This is the part that you need the most. And later on I'll tell you the difference, why this master trigger is a bit better than the magic trigger. So here we go. Let's go through the pairs. 3 of these were at about 6:45 this morning, and I took another pair at about 12 minutes after 8, this Euro CAD. So we'll do the first Euro CAD. Got the timing a little bit wrong, but when you absolutely know the trend direction, which I knew, it did do this pullback. It gave me some pips here. Let's see, gave me about 10 pips. It did a pullback. I didn't catch it in time here. I wasn't actually looking at it, so I had to wait for this a cycle and then to go back up again. I knew as soon as I saw this candle right here, it was going to go back up and give me another opportunity to close the trade. So as I said, as long as you know the direction of the trend, if you don't catch it the first time, you can catch it on the next wave. So as I said, that was about 10 pips. Double check that again. Actually 8 pips. So 8 pips on the Euro CAD. Paid $552. Now, as I said, after I saw it bottoming out in this area and this candle, I knew that it was going to go back up and test the top again. So I bought it again. At first I thought it was this one right here, to be honest with you, but it did one more cycle down. Not a big deal. Got in a trade at this cursor, went against me about 17 pips, and I closed it out right at the top with 21 pips. And those 21 pips on the Euro CAD paid $1,559. Now these 2 trades I put in, very clear to see that it was a great way to trade, and when you know the trend direction, you can get in. Usually I always recommend a pullback. I was impatient, so I had to wait for the pullback, actually on both of them. And then I was hoping it was going to break the top and go to the next area of resistance. But as you can see, it's just not cooperating. And remember, the market is very random. Some days it'll cooperate, other days it will not. Okay, move on to the next pair. It's a CAD Swiss. I don't trade this very much, but in real time, the CAD was right at the bottom, like where it is now, and the Swiss was very high up. It was around 90%. And that's the only reason I took it, because I knew I was going to get some pips. And once you understand trend direction, which is very clear going down, it's a perfect example of a great way to trade. And when I see setups like this, I know it's going to do another cycle, even though I was a little bit concerned that it hit the ADR. But the meter was telling me more pips are coming. So let's just drag and drop this up, see where I got in at. Right on the ADR here. This is the way I like to trade. Went a little bit against me, 4 pips. And I closed it out with 20 pips here, and 20 pips on the CAD Swiss, paid $2,161. I usually do 2 trades, but when the market is very slow or not giving enough pips, then I'll do a little bit more, up to 5 trades. Today I did 4. Okay, the last trade I took using my master trigger was the pound CAD. Let's go take a look at it. Pound CAD right here. Looks like it's continuing up, but when I saw the grand totals, I was happy. So I just closed them all right around the same time. Right to the minute, it looks like. This is 9:57 a.m. New York time. Let's just drag and drop it up. Looks like I got in very early within the blue box. Did go against me a bit, but it was screaming to buy. It's another perfect example of a great way to trade. I recommend, if you get the system, focus only on one way to trade. A great way to trade. Did go against me now, about 20 pips. And I closed it out. Looks like it's still going. But I closed it out with 62 pips. And those 62 pips on the pound CAD paid $4,657. And as you can see in the meter, it is still the best one, and that is why it's still going. I could have stayed in the trade for more pips, but it's close to 10:30, getting a little bit close to the London close. And as you can see, I got enough pips for today. And those pips, all these trades added up to 111 pips for a grand total of 8,800. Make that $8,930. Very happy with that. My first day of trading with my new master trigger, and I broke 100 pips. So it really does look promising moving forward. And I'm going to explain to you what makes this my #1 trigger system. Magic Trigger is good, but this is just a little better. So if your system is not producing like my Magic Trigger or Master Trigger, sometimes I get those two names mixed up, not a big deal. It's the Master Trigger. All you got to do is look right below this video and you'll see this right up. Here it is here, Master Trigger System. I do charge $250 for it. And of course, if you saw my last couple of videos, you'll know that my ongoing special has ended. So, my Master Trigger system has 3.5 gigabytes of training, and you'll get an exact copy of my system on your MT4 platform. Now it does come with 4 MT4 templates, 8 custom indicators, and my favorite meter. Now I do give a lot of PDF books, a lot of Word documents, and this will further your education to help you succeed at trading any of the markets that your MT4 platform offers. Now there's a lot of ways to trade, and I do teach a lot of ways to trade. That's why there's 38 training videos and 9 bonus videos. Took me roughly 2 weeks to put it together and about 100 hours of my time. My #1 best way to trade is a great way to trade. You're looking at a perfect example of it. Now what makes the Master Trigger better than my other trigger systems are 3 different things. I give a lot of advanced trading tips right in here, advanced trading tips, and I also teach how to stay in the trade for more pips. As the one on the right here, it still hasn't confirmed that it's going to reverse. And of course, I also teach if you actually want to trade higher time frames. I teach how to do that. So those are the main 3 different things that I've improved on and will improve your trading. Now, moving along, I show a lot of great trade setups. I teach how to backtest the master trigger, how to scalp the market, how to scan the market. I teach how to stay in the trade for more pips. I teach how to trade the Asian session, matter of fact all 3 sessions, and of course this London close. Now I also teach how to trade pullbacks, as when it comes back around the goal line, that's a pullback. And of course, if it breaks through and keeps going down in this situation, that is a reversal, which I teach. I also teach how to trade the goal line and around the goal line, as there are a lot of trade opportunities around the goal line every day. Also teach how to trade the news. It's the most difficult. You can do it, but I would highly recommend learning a great way to trade if your goal is to make money and find some level of success as quickly as possible. Now I also teach how to trade with a day job. So if you have any questions at all you got to do is pick up the phone and call me. Here's my number. Here's my email if you live too far. Remember, there's an underscore right here, Forex underscore. Now I really do prefer Skype. Made it easy for you. Just click on this link right here and we will have a connection, and through Skype screen sharing I'll give you a free session. Probably lasts about 45 minutes depending on how many questions you may have for me. And of course I do have now 27 trigger systems. All you got to do is click on this link and you will see the screenshots. So that just about wraps up this video. And just to mention again, this is my first day for trading. I found success immediately, over 100 pips, 111, and the total money was fantastic. So for that particular reason, I'm highly recommending the master trigger. In the past year, I spent over $3,000 learning these secrets, and now I'm just applying it to my trigger system and teaching many traders all over the world. Remember, if you don't have the education, you will never succeed at trading. I spent a lot of money on education, and I put in over 50,000 trading hours and or chart time over the past 15 years. And finally, eventually, if you do the same thing and put in a lot of time, you will master it also. Just don't give up, or you become part of the 95% of the traders who actually do fail. So that just about wraps up this video. And if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. So until the next trade, good luck with your trading, and remember to keep yourself and your family safe. Okay, bye for now.